name is Danny Guerrero, and I'm the CEO and Bar Director of Mestiizo, a Japanese Mexican influenced restaurant bar in Northeast Minneapolis. Mestiizo, the word itself, it translates to the mix of two cultures. The idea that I have this in the back of my head for quite a few years for being in love of the Japanese aspect of cuisine and beverage, same like the cuisine and beverage aspect of Mexico. So I'll take care of the drinks, and I couldn't do this by myself. I was missing actually something that I have at home, which is my amazing roommate, Marco, which he's been a chef for about 18 years too. Jose Larcon is also a good friend of mine that I brought it in to help us to shape some of that menu. The executive chef for Popol Vuh and Centro, and also Jim's Beers Award nominee, and Brandon Sheridan, which is a neighbor. He's been making sushi for quite a few years, having like the Japanese knowledge aspect on the sushi. Most of our dishes are gonna have mix of Latin America and Asia. Cochinita taco is the base of cochinita pibil. We braise the pork shoulder. We also introduce chipotle yuzu. We put like a little bit of pickled daikon, our Japanese radish, and we do a Thai chimichurri, or like a traditional Latin American chimichurri, but with Thai chilies on it. With an ashi roll. So this one is made with raw salmon, but also has an Asian pear, and it gets rolled with black sesame. So you just add like this little bit of nuttiness, and even like a little bit of crunchiness on the bite because it gets rolled outside. But also has a little bit of guajillo aioli, and guajillo is like one of the peppers that we use for a lot of Mexican cuisine. We use it to make salsas. That's where the Asian pear shines. You get like this balance with like something sweet and acidic. I'm born and raised in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, from a very small town on the north of Jalisco. When I was younger, I got the chance and the opportunity to be introduced to some ceremonies with some shamans that changed my life. Yeah, part of like that shaman experience is like how connected we are for all living things in the world. Mezquitic has a lot of Huichol, Huichikira people, which is one of the First Nation, known as the First Nation, and also known as a peyote medicine people. Every time that I went home, I saw they're wearing their traditional dress and also doing a lot of beadwork. The deer, it's one of the most important and influenced spirit animals on that culture, which is like the animal that guide you through enlightenment and guide you through life. The beauty of this deer right here, it has a lot of animals in it, and each animal like could be like have a different meaning. This piece was made very close where my mom was born, from indigenous from La Sierra of the Highlands, and it was custom made with these colors for me, and I went to Mexico and brought it. I took the artist 4 months to make it, and it's all hand beaded. The elotes, the way that we make it in Guadalajara is different from what a lot of people know here in the US. In Guadalajara, we use crema or elote here with crema, spicy mayo, cotija, and queso fresco. Introduce shishito peppers because we had to give it like the Asian kick. Also has a little bit of burnt pepper ashes. It's gonna give it like a little bit of smokiness and a little bit of spice. This is the octopus dish. We finished this on the grill to give it like a little bit of nice charredness outside. With dua pipián sauce, which is kind of like the cousin of mole, made with pepitas, cilantro, and other ingredients. It gives it like this nice nuttiness and like a nice creaminess with like some fresh radish. Tomatillo pico de gallo. So imagine like a pico de gallo but made with the tomatillos, like the green tomatoes. So it gives it like a little extra acidiness. So I grew up hanging out with my mom in the kitchen. Something that I took from her a lot is she's a medicine person. She makes her own tinctures, her own medicine. So every time that one of us get a little sick, he makes a specific tincture, a specific medicine. I grew up like seeing her making like these sort of like potions when I was a kid that will like give us and make us feel better. And one of those was tepache, which is fermented pineapple. So it still makes medicines, those kind of tinctures and different things that she makes for the healing. Nameless Martini has a tepache vermouth that we make in the house. 2 weeks to make this vermouth, introducing liquid piloncillo and Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc. The Martini, it has Japanese yuzu gin, which has a lot of botanicals and very nice floral notes, and a Mexican vodka that allegedly is made with water from cenotes. It gives like a very unique flavor. We finish it with a house-made tropical bitters. Kamotli is a beverage that we make here using soju, the Korean vodka distilled from rice, and we use nixtamalized carrot. Keeps the brightness, but also a little bit of even nuttiness. So introducing some chipotle and Thai chilies too. It's gonna have like a little bit of smokiness, and the Thai chilies are the opposite, like a bright spicy. The Paloma Jato, we use reposado and we do a fat wash with chili oil, so it gives it like this silkiness and also like some spicy notes. Also something that we take pride of is some like cordial that we make in the house, grapefruit cordial, where we use like different kinds of peppercorns. So it has the tartness of the grapefruit, the freshness, a little bit of the bitterness as well, a little bit of the sweetness, and a little bit of the sour notes. Around the same time of my first experience experience with a shaman, and around that life that I'm getting like a little confused. I don't know what I want, and I get to have my first restaurant job even after being bartending for quite a few years in a Korean fusion restaurant. And this chef pretty much took me under his wing and started teaching me about Asian flavors. Bibimbap bowl, that's one of the dishes on the first restaurant that I work at. Started with a lot of different pickled vegetables on top with kimchi, something that makes the bowl a Korean rice bowl. A poached egg, gochujang sauce, making the gochujang with agave nectar. So it gives it like this tangy, sweet, and spicy sauce pour over all these pickled vegetables with also choso protein. So Minamoto roll, I start with two different kind of fishes, tuna and hamachi. The hamachi like gives it a specific texture that is like a little buttery, but also it has a spicy beet sauce. We wanted to introduce something different, but also like it will like tie the whole roll on it. Pickled daikon as well, and green tobiko with avocado as well. Something that I would like people to learn is like the beauty that becomes of like mixing more than one culture or more than one race, which I feel like food is like one of the most humble and most amazing ways to showcase that we all come from different places. At the end, we're all mestizos.